Good morning and welcome back to another day in my life. It is Thursday, July 1st, and Charlie also wanted to say good morning. Today's going to be an exciting day. It's not only the first of the month, first of the new quarter, first of the second half of the year. I will definitely show you how I'm incorporating my goals and all the new things that I've started this month. But more importantly, I'm headed back to work today. And so that's going to be a big piece of my day and sharing with you kind of figuring it out. Like there's some things I've already had to start thinking about. Like when I filled up my water last night, normally I fill up my entire jug of water, and my goal for the longest time was to do that whole jug of water, and that was it. And I've got really good at that, really consistent, and so I upped my goal for July. I talked about that in my July goals video to 100 ounces. So it's about 1.5 of my giant water jugs. So what I decided to do was fill it up with just halfway last night. My goal is to get through the first half of it this morning. So I went ahead and filled up my cup, and my goal is to get through half of it, or at least all of that in my water cup. And then I'm gonna take that whole thing empty to the office. That's what I'm trying. We're gonna see how it works. I gotta pack my lunch, I gotta pack a bag, I have to get ready. All the things that are related to going back to work. So I did my morning routine just like I normally do, all my reading and journaling. Now it is about 7 o'clock. I normally would like start working out, cleaning at this point. I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna start packing up bags and figuring out what I need to take and all of those kinds of things. And I'm gonna do my workout. I'm just gonna go for a walk later this evening. I have to take keys to a friend who is watching Charlie while we're out of town. So let's get going. The hardest part about getting up off the couch is this sweet girl. Hi. Oh, she's so cute and snuggly in the morning. 15 minutes later and I'm still here. But now my coffee's gone. I've scrolled through all of social media. So it's time to get up and start my day. Okay, so I'm definitely taking my Toomey backpack. This is my like go-to commuting, traveling, everything backpack. My commute is much shorter than it was before. I'm not headed on the subway, but I'm gonna see what's in my, this is the purse I've been using pretty much all the time. So I've got my sunglasses. I don't really know if I need those. I've got my little pill case. It's got like Advil and all that kind of stuff in case I need it. I have other stuff at the office. Like I have a little bottle of ibuprofen at the office, but I mean, it's been there for 18 months. I don't know if it's gonna be any good. I have a little compact of powder in case I wanna freshen up. These are my old AirPods. I only have one in them. I've got my hand sanitizer, put that in there. My lipstick, I could put that on afterwards. Okay, I think that's it. I feel like I was gonna end up having to move more stuff over. So then I'll throw things in my backpack this morning kind of as I'm getting ready. I'm definitely gonna take my personal laptop to do some stuff during lunch. I'm gonna have to take my work laptop, obviously, my planner, a book. I don't know. It's been so long since I've had to pack to go to the office. And then here's a snapshot of my July power sheets. I have a video where I talk about all of these different details, but today we're really focusing on the daily habits, and so those all start today. I do still have a dream where the monthly dated power sheets start on a Monday and not on the first of the month. So they would have either started, last Monday, like whatever the Monday is before the month, but I know that space is already an issue. But anyways, so I did make my eating plan for the day and I did my morning routine. So I'm wearing just like a sundress. This I recently got from Old Navy. I'm wearing it in the size large in case you're curious. I also got it in like a flower pattern that I really love. I really love this sundress actually. I love that it has these cap sleeves. So I feel still like I don't need a sweater. I'm gonna bring a sweater in case it's chilly, but I don't feel like I need a sweater. This is pretty casual for work. We do tend to lean much more casual in the summer. But if like everybody was gonna be there and I was gonna be going to in-person meetings, I probably wouldn't wear this dress to work. But since no one's gonna be there, like, well, there might be a couple people. It's very limited. I think it's like 3 people per floor or something like that. But I'm not expecting to run into too many people. So I'm totally okay with this sundress. So I just want to explain quickly. Our office is still on a volunteer return to the office basis. Nobody is being required to come back to the office until September, and even then it's on a 3-2 schedule, so we only have to come in 3 days a week. But since we moved, our new apartment is within walking distance of the office. And I really just want to see my desk. I really want to see what's there, what's gross, like are my shoes, like how dusty is everything. I really just, it feels like it's been too long, and since they are letting people voluntarily back in, and I figured since I'm not commuting, really, I wanted to. I don't know. I don't have really any good reason other than like when they sent out the email saying you could voluntarily return, and it's totally optional. I didn't have to commit to anything. It was just like I had to apply so that there weren't like, there was a certain number of people limited for every floor of the building. So I just had to say which building I was in and what floor I was on, and I get to choose how many days, what days, if I go, etc. Like there's no pressure. My boss was like, go whenever you want, like I don't care. I just happened to pick today because it just worked out with my schedule this week with meetings and things I had going on after work, and it just worked out. So no rhyme or reason to why I'm going in today or that I'm going in at all, just that I really want to see what my desk looks like. I mean, it has been March 5th was my last day at the office. It's July 1st, so almost 16 months since I've been at work, and I just want to see what it's like. I think I've shared this tip in a vlog before, but just wanted to do it again. One of the things that I do is I take my setting spray. This is the one I use on a regular basis. I do love the Urban Decay all-nighter for like weddings and special events, but for every day, that I just can't justify the price of that one. So I use this one from NYX. It's just the matte finish, and so I spray it on my face, and then I also spray it on the inside of my mask and then let it dry. So I usually do it way before it's time to actually put the mask on. I find that it helps with the makeup transfer to and from the mask. Okay, I am all ready to go except for food and stuff in the kitchen. So I'm gonna go and finish packing up my backpack. I'm gonna put my lipstick in there. I'm gonna put, this is the best stuff to help in between my legs when I am walking with the chub rub. So I put some on now to walk to work, and then I will refresh in order to walk home. I'm gonna take, like I said, a sweater. I'm just taking a white sweater. It's hot outside, so I'm not wearing that into work, but I'm gonna put that in my bag. 2 planners and my new health planner I talked about recently, and my Plum Paper Daily are both going in there. Also gonna grab my personal laptop. It's very dirty, so I can do some things during lunch. Obviously, I need my work laptop to go into work, and then I don't need any of my other work laptop stuff like my charger and my monitor. I have all that, my mouse, everything at work. I do need my personal laptop, mouse. I guess I don't really need the mouse pad. I'm gonna take the mouse. I don't really need the mouse pad. And then in terms of chargers, I am pretty sure that I have both a personal laptop charger and a phone charger at my desk at work that I left there, but not 100%, and I don't want to be without either of them, so I'm gonna pack both a iPhone charger and then my personal laptop charger, just like the shorter one that I take when I travel. All right, my water cup is already empty, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill it up with the rest of this water. This is so hard to do with one hand. This should go all the way to the top, and then I can take this empty jug with me. Oh, not quite. I know you want to go in the bathroom. I know. Sam's in there taking a shower and she wants to go in there and drink the water. Okay, so I need to drink a little bit of water before I leave. Normally the goal is to eat breakfast before I leave for work, but 2 things. 1, I am really trying to listen to my hunger cues, and I'm not hungry. Like, my stomach's not growling, I'm not hungry. I think I'm like slightly nervous. Like I have like kind of knots in my stomach. Definitely not hunger noises. So I think I'm just gonna like pack up some snacks and stuff and not worry about, and like lunch and obviously, but not worry about trying to eat breakfast right now before I leave. So I've been having an iced coffee every day. It's usually like kind of my mid-morning snack slash pick-me-up, but since I'm not gonna be home at mid-morning, I'm gonna go ahead and make one before I leave. So I'm using this, this Yeti with a Cold Brew What Matters sticker on it. When I started out making them, I was measuring it. I'm using this cold brew coffee concentrate from Trader Joe's. Love it. The recipe on this says a 2 to 1. So like whether it's water or milk or something else to the coffee. I do much less other stuff than that. I really like the coffee flavor. So I usually will do about just under halfway up the cup. It's pretty good. And then I will fill it with just about like the other half. So I basically do 1 part coffee,
1 part oat milk. And then I do a little bit of the Quest salted caramel protein shake, kind of as like the, you know, sweetener. And then it adds sweetness and it also adds some protein and some flavor. These are delicious, but I cannot eat them or drink them on their own. They're just way too sweet for me. I talked about in another vlog how I just cut it with oat milk, and I'll just do these 2 things together if I just want like a dessert. But instead of that, I've been kind of just doing it with this coffee in the morning. And so then I've got these big giant ice cubes. You can't see those. So hopefully it should stay pretty, between the big giant ice cubes and the lid, they should stay, it should stay pretty cold. I'm like debating because I want the straw, but I also want to be able to close it so it stays. Well, it's probably cold enough. Okay. Okay, so here's a look at what I'm packing. This is what I'm taking for breakfast. One of my yogurts and the granola. I'm just taking the whole bag because there's not really that much left. And a spoon. I got my empty water bottle that I'm going to fill up all the way to the top when I get to the office. That's not true, because then if I don't finish it all day, I don't want to have to carry it home. So I'm actually going to just fill it up same way, halfway, and make it a goal to get through that at work. And then the last half I will do at home. We'll kind of see. I mean, I'm gonna have to figure it out. Maybe I will be able to do a whole one during the whole day at work, but my guess is probably not. I'd rather not carry water home. And I've got my lunch. So I've got this pasta that we made earlier this week, and a fork. I do think I have forks and spoons still at the office at my desk, but honestly I don't remember, and they might be really gross, so I don't know. My iced coffee, and then my water cup. Partially it still has water. I put the giant ice cubes in it, and so now I can't close it. But I also think I have one of these at work. I feel like that's the story of this video, is I think I have this at my office because I'm pretty sure I left it there 18 months ago, but I'm not quite sure. So we're gonna find out. Normally I would pack in like a small lunchbox. That's what I did before when I commuted, but I also didn't take this giant empty water bottle with me. So I'm using this like Vera bag. Plus, I'm not going on the subway. It's a pretty short walk, so. So I'm torn on shoes. I've almost always worn like Toms or like sneakers, or some, Toms was my go-to commuting shoe. My Toms have kind of died and fell apart, so they got decluttered in the move. Hi kitty. So I'm thinking flip-flops because again, it's not that long of a walk. These I feel like are not the best walking shoes, so I'm thinking I'm gonna throw these flats in my bag. Once again, there are shoes in my office, but I'm not quite sure what the state of my shoes are. Plus, if nobody's there, I mean, I could just leave my flip-flops on all day. It is supposed to rain today, so I'm tempted to put on my rain boots. That's what I would normally do if it was gonna rain. But since I'm not taking the subway, although walking almost is worse, I'm just gonna go with the flip-flops, and we'll see how it goes. And then I'm gonna throw these flats in my bag just in case I need some shoes once I get to the office. All right, I'm on my way. 2 bags, 2 drinks. It's actually beautiful right now. I know it's supposed to get hot later, but right now it is absolutely lovely outside. Like me in my short sleeve sundress, I feel good. Flip-flops, feels pretty reasonable so far. We'll see if that changes and I need to switch to a more practical commuting shoe. Like the flip-flops are not even practical for the subway, but they're working for this. All right, hello, it is 6:15 and I just walked in the door and I am gonna eat. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. Sam is at an impromptu happy hour with a friend. I am very hungry. I did not bring any snacks with me to the office, mostly because we don't have any, because we're leaving on vacation in 2 days, so we don't have any snacks. And I'm very hungry. I was originally going to cook salmon tonight, and then do some kind of frozen vegetable. That's what I have. But because Sam is now at an impromptu happy hour, and I just don't have the energy. I'm in a great mood. I had a wonderful, wonderful day that I will tell you and show you all about. But I'm not making salmon. And then we could eat it for leftovers for lunch tomorrow, but we leave Saturday and we have plenty of other leftovers. So I'm gonna stick this bad boy in a Ziploc freezer bag and stick it in the freezer, and then we will have a meal for the week that we get back from being out of town. I'm gonna heat up some leftovers and eat those, and then I will tell you all about my awesome day. All right, I feel a million times better now that I've eaten. So let me tell you about my day. I was kind of unsure about volunteering to go back to the office because I do enjoy working from home. There are a lot of things about working from home that I really like. There's a lot of routines that I have set in stone, and I was a little bit nervous. But honestly, I had a wonderful day. I loved being back at my desk. The change of scenery just did wonders for my mental health. Being able to chat in person with a couple of my coworkers who were there was fantastic.
and just like, I don't know, it just made me very happy. So let me tell you, I've got like a whole list of notes of things I want to tell you about, and pictures I want to show you, and clips I want to show you, and all those things. So first off, like I mentioned, they only approved a certain number of people per floor for safety. There's only one entrance, so there's only one like security guard to make sure that, you know, you're on the list and all the things, and you have to fill out a health questionnaire on some app every day before you come into the office. And there were, like I said, a couple other guys that I work with, a couple other coworkers of mine on the floor that I was able to catch up with. My desks are nowhere near theirs. Kept my mask on in all of the common areas, but then of course when I was sitting at my desk, I was able to take my mask off, which was very nice. The first part of the day was just kind of weird, like going through all of the stuff at my desk, remembering what I had left there. I had a drawer full of shoes. I had tons of food, some of which had unfortunately expired. Some of it had not. So I had this whole set basically of Four Sigmatic coffees and elixirs. It was before I kind of figured out that I really just enjoyed the just normal lion's mane Four Sigmatic, so I had a bunch of them. Some of them were expired and some of them weren't. So I threw out the expired ones, brought the not expired ones home. I finally got to grab my favorite mug that my mom got me the weekend that we got engaged, that I like have been missing and hoping that I could get it back before I was no longer the future Mrs. Shrum. So I'm glad to have that mug back in my possession. I found a notepad. I found a lot of notepads, but one notepad in particular that I really loved. My 2020 planner was there. My like 2020 work planner. I don't know why I did not take it home. I think because I was like, oh, I'm not going home. I'm not working from home forever, so I don't need to take this planner with me. Like it was just very, very bizarre. But I will say, my desk was so clean. It was so clean. It was no dust, no nothing. It felt like I was just coming back in on a normal Monday. I also have to say, in general, I kind of liked that I chose today as the day to go back to the office, because it made today feel like a Monday in a good way, because it's also the first of the month. And so I was kind of like, all this like Monday feelings was really great for me anyways, in my like mental space. So that was really awesome. Now the first routine that was obviously impacted by going back to work was my lunchtime routine. If you've been watching some of my day in the life vlogs, there are a couple things that I do during lunch that I can no longer do from the office, like folding and putting the laundry away, prepping some things for dinner. And so what I did instead was I obviously cut the laundry. I didn't do a load of laundry today. I did not prep anything for dinner. And I actually also cut going outside because I am walking to and from the office. I didn't feel the need to also go get fresh air during lunch. Now, if I had time, I could totally see myself doing that. It was also raining today, so I didn't want to go outside during lunch. But what I did instead was do something PlanwithLaken related. So I took my laptop with me. It's Thursday, which means I go in and I rewatch yesterday's live and put in all the links and in the description box, change the thumbnail, change the title, all of those things. So I did that during lunch, and then did the other things I do during lunch, check the budget, birthdays, and actually eat lunch. I watched an episode of New Girl while I was eating lunch. I don't know if I've mentioned that in a vlog yet, but that's what I've been watching. No, I think I did. I love it. I know I watched it once a really long time ago, but I don't think it was over yet, so I don't think I got all the way to the end. But anyways, I really like today as like a test run for me to learn what routines I'm gonna have to switch when it's time to go back to the office. Obviously, the lunchtime routine is one of those. And so I won't be able to do a load of laundry every single day. That's just not gonna be feasible because I'm not gonna be able to finish it before I leave for work. So I will likely just switch to doing like 2 on Mondays and 2 on Fridays when I'm working from home Mondays and Fridays. And then as far as prepping for dinners, Wednesdays I always try to do crock pot meals anyways because of Lattes with Laken. So I can just continue doing that, and I'll just make sure I put that in the crock pot in the morning. Tuesdays I tend to do tacos anyway, and tacos are really fast. I don't really need to do any kind of prep for tacos. So really it's just figuring out Thursday's meals and making them something quick, like today, and easy so that when I come home it can be done quickly. Or maybe that is like an arrangement I make with Sam where like he's in charge of dinner on Thursdays and he can pick what he wants to cook, and he can do Thursday dinners and like block that on his calendar if he needs to. So that might be the new situation. We're gonna have to figure that out. But otherwise, my lunch routine was good, and that was awesome. And then the other routine was my communication routine. And I was tempted to come home and do it here once I got home and kind of relax a little bit, but I know myself. And even though it's been a year and a half, I did work in the office for 7.5 years before that. When I get home immediately from work, I'm tired and I'm hungry and I want to relax. just want to throw everything down. I want to put on comfy clothes. I don't immediately want to get started with work again. That doesn't mean that I'm never going to come home and do Plan with Laken stuff in the evenings, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but I definitely don't want to do it right when I get home. And I like having my communication time slot where it is, because I find that that's a good time for me to react to things. It's a good time to post on Instagram and respond to text messages for my patrons and all of those things. I feel like that time works. And so to keep that consistent, what I did today and what I think I'll do moving forward is I'm just going to continue to do that from 5 to 6, sitting at my desk at work. So that's what I did today. Did my communication routine sitting at my desk, and then packed up and came home. I actually stopped and ran an errand on my way home. It's the other thing, benefit of already being out and about. I was able to run into the drugstore and grab something that I needed for our trip. And because it's a really short commute, I was still able to be home by 6:15. So I think that's my plan for working my routines into going back to work. I think the hard part is going to be the fact that it's not every single day, and that it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in the office and Mondays and Fridays at home. And so things like doing the laundry every single day, prepping dinner during lunch every single day, that's not going to be the situation, and I'm going to have to figure that out. Now, I don't have to figure that out until September. I do think, however, once we get back from vacation, I'm going to start going into the office at least one day, if not maybe 2 days a week. I was thinking maybe like Tuesdays and Thursdays. That way I'm kind of starting to get used, maybe, you know, y'all know I learn by thinking. I know that some of you don't enjoy the chatty parts of the vlog, but I get so much value out of this. So maybe I'll start with just one day for a while and build my way up, right? Talk about starting small and adding on. Maybe the month of July is 1 day a week, and I do just 1 day and get used to that 1 day. And then in August, do 2 days a week and do Tuesday and Thursday. I like Tuesday, Thursday because then Lattes with Laken doesn't have to I don't have to like rush home for that on Wednesdays, and I'm getting used to the Monday, Friday at home. And then in September, I will just layer on that 1 day, Wednesday.
Wednesday? When? Huh? What day?
I think that's my plan. I told my boss today when we chatted that I was enjoying being at the office and I would likely do it a little bit more, but I think that's what I'm gonna try, to like get my feet wet, get my feet under me, and figure out my routines going forward. Okay, first thing I need to do before I move on with my evening is unpack. I did have some things at the office. I had a water cup, but I want to give that a good wash in our sink, not the office sink. This is the mug I was talking about. Those are the utensils that I took in, but we also had, I had utensils at the office. Again, I also want to run these through our dishwasher at home. And then I didn't eat all the granola, so I brought that back. And then all the Four Sigmatic coffee I was talking about, I need to put that away in our like coffee cabinets, coffee cup I took in. And then I also want to go ahead and unpack my backpack. That's one thing that I did regularly and was good about when I was going into the office, was making sure that I unpacked like pretty much as soon as I got home. And it was kind of a routine where it was a routine. It was like my unwind routine where I would unpack my bags if I have multiple bags from the office. I would change into comfy clothes, which I am going to do, and then I would always light a candle, and that was kind of like my, okay, now you're home and in relaxing mood. All right, I didn't move the camera, but I did go change clothes. I put on some comfy clothes because I'm going to walk to my friend's apartment to give her the spare set of keys so that she can come and check in on Charlie next week while we are out of town. But I'm gonna make a smoothie for the road. I have a little bit, well, I always have a sweet tooth after I finish eating, and I do have some dark chocolate. That's usually my go-to like sweet tooth thing after I'm done eating dinner, but I am also still a little bit hungry. I had 2 tacos as leftovers, and normally when we have tacos, I usually either have a vegetable on the side or we have chips and guac or chips and salsa. And so I'm still a little bit hungry, so I'm gonna make this like dessert protein shake. I posted about this on Instagram, but I haven't talked about it in a vlog yet. So it was just random one night, same situation. I was still hungry and I wanted something sweet. So I made a protein shake that was a mix of the Quest caramel protein shakes that I talked about earlier, a half of a frozen banana, a scoop of my unflavored protein powder, and then a tablespoon of just like cocoa powder, just plain normal Hershey's cocoa powder. And it is so delicious. It's filling, it's sweet, it's fluffy. Like I love the consistency of it. And it's the perfect like nighttime snack but also when I'm really still a little bit hungry and not just trying to curb my sweet tooth. Oh my gosh. Yum. It's so good. It's not quite cold enough. I do remember I threw in a couple ice cubes last time to make it a little bit colder because I was like, it's not as much like liquid as it was last time. We don't have any ice cubes right now. Both ice trays. We don't, like, our fridge doesn't have an ice cube maker, and both of our ice trays are empty. So, and because it's still raining, I'm gonna have to carry an umbrella with me. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just, and this is so much less than liquid than I thought it was gonna be. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this now before I start walking. My makeup is all over the place because it was raining. That took way longer than I thought it was going to. I mean, I know it's a pretty far walk to their place, and then of course I walked slower because it was raining and there were lots of puddles, and I made the mistake of wearing my tennis shoes because I wanted it to be more of like a workout, like a walk, as opposed to just like a stroll. I should have worn my rain boots for sure. And then I don't know why I still have this headphone in. And then of course we chatted for a little bit, and so I just got home. It's almost 9 o'clock now and I'm tired. I am very tired. I looked at my planner. I was gonna dye my hair tonight before we go on vacation. 7 a.m. Laken was much more ambitious than 9 p.m. Laken. I think 7 a.m. Laken had 9 p.m. Laken not being done. I had me getting back from my friends at 8, and that just did not happen. So it is very, very humid out. So I'm gonna take a quick shower, wash my face, rinse off, and then I think I'm just gonna get in bed, relax. Somebody missed me today. Yes, somebody missed me today. Sweet girl. I missed her too. It was weird not being home with her. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and close out this vlog here so I can get rinsed off and get to bed. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday focused on helping you achieve your goals. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, but she's so cute. Oh, you're so cute. Hi, sweet girl. I almost always tried to always do, almost always out to get my feet ground. What words? 7 a.m.